Hello and welcome to the Manic Money Finance channel. I'm Money Mike, here to drop some more knowledge on you. Hope you're ready, because this one's going to be pretty lit, man. So, as you saw from the title, my weekend was free. I paid for my weekend with all my crypto trades, all three of them. 3 crypto trades, minimal time spent watching the charts. Every few hours I would check up on price. I could have made a lot more money, theoretically, if I sat there and I was glued to the chart the entire time, just watching that chart, man. Come on. But what most likely would have happened is I probably would have got wrecked because, let's face it, when you're sitting there watching it, you're more likely to bail out and get wasted and just leave a lot of money on the table, which is no good. No good. No bueno. So I'm here to basically kind of show you how I did it. I mean, I'm a Coinbase One member, so I used Coinbase. You only use stuff that's listed on Coinbase. It has the highest market reach, which I viewed as basically all coins that are most likely to pump. And I was talking about that when I was on stream just last night. Because as you know, I made money off district docs, got out of that. And then I went ahead and jumped into a couple others just today and, rocking and rolling. So what is this? What is this? Mike, you got to be showing us like a 1-year chart. There's no way that all this. Oh, wait. Oh, yeah, that's right. This right here. Here's your live chart. It's 8 p.m. So the reversal was a little early today. 8 p.m. The reversal was a little early. It's been happening at 8:30. But I would say maybe like be on for 7:30. Just give it a little peek. See what's going on with that bad boy. Let's go back. This is our daily chart. So we were getting the chop. It was almost looking like a round bottom, right? Almost looking like it was wanting to curve up. I don't know if it's stagnation. I don't know if it's the Asian markets taking over. Freaking trying to liquidate the longs, going on that stop loss hunt. But whatever it was, it is intense. I say whatever it is, it's intense. This is crazy. So just in the past few hours, couple of hours here, we've lost the 105 level. We're bouncing on the 1015 for support. From here, because you see it tried to bounce off the 102 for support, didn't find it. And now we're, fingers crossed, but these types of consolidation patterns do happen. So basically, I would just, I'm kind of even when it comes to the SPY, because as you know, I have the SPY Bitcoin leading hypothesis. And what I'm seeing is I'm basically just even. All right, cool. So I changed the Twitch channel for Manic Money Finance, Manic Money Official. We're Manic Money Official on everything. I had to change the channel on Twitch to just chatting, and that's it's good. It's good for the algorithm. It's better for Twitch if we're just chatting, because technically we are just chatting. I had it on the stock market, the game, which was originally what I did months and months ago when I started streaming. I don't know why, but it's been on that the whole time. So people who on Twitch who want to see the channel, want to check it out, see who's streaming, we always come up as freaking stock market, the game. This is no game, people. This is real money. All right. That's how I've always done it. Real freaking money. I am not your demo trading, paper trading to learn how to do this crap kind of person. I suffered to get to here just for you. Oh, here we go. We got a fact of the day. Bitcoin is trading between the 20-day EMA at 101,493 and resistance at 108,353. So there is your support, 101,493. So a break above 109,588 we'll just say what it is. Bitcoin goes over 110, it could lead to 126. But if it drops below, it would have to drop below 90 to technically be bearish. That's insane. I really don't think that's going to happen. And in fact, I think we're going to see a double bottom right now in an ultimate reversal, rip in your face, 830 type thing that we've been seeing. Just saying. It's what we've been seeing. Pattern recognition. Obviously, this could be the night that they throw a wrench in the gears and things just go nutty. I'm ready for it. I'm here for it. All right, so we got a couple viewers here. I mean, we do have exciting news I'll talk about at the end of the stream. It's going to mean really big things for this channel and my other streaming channel, Populous Personas. I think gone are the days of, minimal viewers here. I think things are going to start popping off real quick. All right, so let's see. How did District Ox do? District Ox to the US dollar. All right, it's in the chop. It's in the chop. But so I was doing some trading. I was having good luck with it, and this one here, I think I jumped in down here. I jumped in on Saturday morning, so that would have been the 25th. Down here somewhere, right in here, actually. Yep. That was the time. This is when I jumped in. So, I mean, this thing rocketed. I hung on through this. I should have sold here. The tale as old as time. I should have sold here. I wasn't paying attention to my phone. Because of that, I sold somewhere in here, which is good. It was nice gains. I paid for Friday night's fun. So now that's, with some profit. Today, I had to go to the laundromat. I had to buy a bunch of groceries. I had to go to Home Depot and get some stuff. And you're probably wondering, Mike, how did you do that? How did you pay for that? With this bad boy right here. So I jumped into this bad boy in the morning, and it went nuts. So basically, you're jumping in. I'm jumping into the laundromat around here because I saw this curve. With crypto, you really, a lot of it's patterns, and you got to check Bitcoin to make sure Bitcoin isn't tanking. But as you can see, Bitcoin's tanking, and a lot of these aren't tanking. You're seeing consolidation. Yeah. I'm not seeing tanking. It's actually pretty nice. Looks pretty nice right now. Looks decent. I was inspired by watching these, No. I was inspired. That's why I am the way I am tonight. It's not because of my 4-hour stream that I just did before this one. It's this. A warrior. I got my vest on. It's a cosplay vest. It is in no way, shape, or form functional. If somebody shot me and I was wearing this, I would be in trouble. It's going to go through like butter. That's probably got lead in it or something, which will get embedded in my torso at the same time. But we got to be warriors here with this. You're going to get beaten down sometimes. Trading's not, it's not an easy thing to do, or more people would do it. I don't know what the percentage of people who actively trade is, but it's pretty low on a population scale. Sample size is low. Not only that, the percentage of active traders who trade profitably is even lower, 10 to 20%, something like that. And then ones who can do it, get to the point where they can do it professionally, less than 5%. Less than 5%. How many people that are day trading? You don't know many, right? You'll hear some guy, he makes 50 grand off some crazy stock tip he got, some trade, and then he quits his job, and 3 to 6 months later, he comes back through the door. He's begging for work. So, interestingly enough, none of the ones that I covered were ones that I ultimately ended up getting into. So, Index Cooperative was the next one. So, and it's already right back down, which is crazy. So Index Cooperative, I saw this flag here. All right, so that's where I jumped in 274 range, and I checked on it a couple hours later, and it was around here, so I sold. It was in this little V pattern here. It's like, you know what? That was multiple miracles this week. I would not at miracles, obviously, because this is the stage of Bitcoin that we're in. Yeah, I ain't paying for you, TradingView. So Thinkorswim on the Charles Schwab brokerage has much better tools. They probably even use TradingView. A lot of people use TradingView now. So why would I pay for that? Psh, get lost. So honestly, it almost looks like a decent time to buy back in right here. A little V-shaped correction action. But this thing is key stats volume. It's crazy. Crazy. Trading volume 1.75 million. Market cap only 20 million. I mean, I just basically when I got to this one, I saw this flag. And it was like, you know what? I did good on District Docs. I did good on Spell Token. Let's see what happens. And kapow! Got paid. So basically everything I did this weekend was free. Go figure. Isn't that crazy? I can tell you the ones that I, official Trump token, trash. Don't buy it. Clover Finance, this is the multi-day chart, but look at pump today too. So you would have been good if you got into that one. Harvest Finance, also pumped today. You could have just got out at the 10%, AMP. Don't tell me AMP pumped today too. Oh my God. It's almost like you can just, when you get into the altcoin madness stage of the crypto bull run, and there can be a few of those within one bull run. And it's basically will come at a time when Bitcoin is consolidated, when Bitcoin's moved up past a significant price level like 100K. And it starts trading sideways and choppy. New people are investing into it, but at the same time, volume's going down a bit. You get the chop, the trade sideways. People will start getting out slowly and looking for other things to get into. And you'll start seeing these pumps. It's pretty lit. Obviously, check the chart. Oh, don't tell me Thor token pumped today. Oh man, it pumped yesterday. Oh yeah, I covered that pump. But I mean, it dropped today. Not a great example. Let's see if VeChain, what VeChain did. Ooh. Yeah, hopefully none of y'all jumped into that one. Oh man, look at this daily chart, 10 a.m. It looks like Shiping pumped too. Huh. It looks like every single one. I should probably check audio levels. I get so used to all this stuff just working all the time now that I don't even bother checking audio levels. It's crazy. Oh, audio levels are great. Go figure. Very nice. It's a very nice. But yeah. Oh, wait. God's Unchained? Oh, look at that. God's Unchained pumped today too. That's crazy. Obviously, not financial advice. I did not characterize any of these. Oh my God. Are you telling me that Jasmine pumped today too? No way, dude. Pump. That's about 10%. I was throwing all these to you guys. Obviously. Oh my God, Zilliqa pumped today too. Go figure. And obviously this stuff's gonna be on a downtrend now, for obvious reasons. For obvious reasons. Why? Well, because of this trash right here. Because of this garbage dumpster fire that's happening. Critical price levels here, critical support levels. We're coming up on 8:30. I would the best thing that Bitcoin could do right now for the week ahead. Granted, it is the last week of the month, but the best thing this thing could do right now is rip in our faces. If it doesn't, if it keeps getting choppy, if it keeps just slowly, they are going to pound this thing into the dirt. Then where we're going to be at? Yeah? And where my Bitcoin Depot warrant's going to be at then? Huh? Huh? Is the S&P going to be down too? Probably. Because, we have a Bitcoin leading hypothesis, although when decoupling does happen, it usually happens in this way where Bitcoin's going down and the S&P goes up. So as you can see, it's starting to gain. We're getting a nice green volume, green arrows here, some green some wicks. So it's wicking. Hoping for the best. Hoping for the best. All right. I'm not gonna talk about my play of the week now. You know what we're gonna do? We're gonna sit down. We're gonna stop for a second here, right? We're gonna have a heart-to-heart about our emotions when investing. Like it's super. No, I'm just messing with you. We're not doing that. We're not doing that. You know what we're doing? We're going to go and look at economic data for the week ahead. Economic data this week. And as you know, I trade the U.S. stock markets. I'm a trader in general, so I understand that the vast majority of the time, U.S. economic data is the most important. Obviously, there's going to be things that happen overseas that will affect the U.S. stock market. If, Putin were to freaking drop a nuke or something, that would absolutely wreck the stock market the next day. But here we go. Economic data for next week. Consumer confidence, I would say that's probably one of the most important ones. The S&P Case-Shiller Home Price Index, durable goods, that could be pretty decent. We should see an uptick because the previous month was negative 1.1. New home sales, we should see an uptick from the last one. U.S. trade balance, that's always garbage. Retail, wholesale inventories, the interest rate decision. All right. So the first 2 days are not going to be that important. Consumer confidence can affect your staple goods stocks. They can affect some of those type companies, maybe retail companies, a little bit. But what's going to be most important is going to be Wednesday at 2 p.m. with the interest rate decision. Powell's getting in front of a mic again. Last time it tanked the markets. And if Bitcoin is leading down this week, I wouldn't be surprised to see the S&P tank again. Is it going to go all the way down under 6,000 again? I don't know. It's at 6,100 right now. It's actually looking pretty decent. Yeah, we're at 6,100 on the S&P right now. So it's looking pretty good. If you remember last time this happened, they didn't even, he lowered the interest rates by 1 basis point, 0.25%. Then he got in front of a mic. That should have been good news. This should have been great, especially if you're cycling into small caps like I am. It's fantastic stuff. It was a bloodbath in the market. It was nothing compared to the 2020 drop before COVID, but this was just wild, man. Wild. I hate when that guy gets in front of the microphone. It's very hard to trade. I think if anything, you would just trade on volatility, because if you had done a volatility trade last time when Powell got in front of the mic, you would have been all freaking set. You'd have been all set. You would have done amazing. You could have bought calls and puts out of the money. Your puts would have gone up so much, they would have covered all your loss on the calls, and I think you still would have doubled your money. Just do it on the S&P 500. There's also those inverse traded ETF funds that are pretty wild. volatility, those volatility funds, which are inverse ETFs on the S&P 500, a lot of them are short-term too. So if it did tank again, you could make a bunch of money that way. Oh, that's funny. Veristem is a trending ticker. I covered that one. If you went back in the Manic Money Finance, I said this is a good long-term one, Veristem. They're killing it. They're killing it. I'll cover that one. But GDP is Thursday morning. So that would be crazy. We're actually looking at a downtick in GDP from last month. 2.5% instead of 3.1%. And then, of course, Friday, core PCE producer. I would call those basically minimal compared to the rest of what's going on. Minimal. Personal income, personal spending. So, yeah, it's going to be a doozy of a week. If you're one of those more careful traders, probably say, just, sell all your stuff out Wednesday afternoon. If you're someone that wants to try to get in on this madness, I would say volatility callers that will look at volatility. You might actually see a lot of people not jump. You might see actually very cheap options on Wednesday. And in fact, I would probably be looking at noon, 1 p.m. on Wednesday. This is me, not financial advice. But between noon and 1 p.m. on Wednesday, this guy here is going to be looking at options premiums for options that expire that day. Let's see. Wednesday should be an expiration, an expiry date for options on the S&P. I'm going to find out right now, though, for you. All right? I'm going to find out right now. Doobie-doobie-doo. Oh, Wednesday, January 29th? Oh, you tell me there's options expiring that day? That's wild. That's wild. They're pretty expensive right now. That's because there's a lot of time priced into those things. I know what you're thinking. It's only 3 days away. How can there be that much time priced into it? The S&P has some of the most expensive time to its premium. 3 days. It's $600 a contract right now for calls that are right around the price. $600. That's insane. On Wednesday afternoon, those same options, if S&P were to stay at the price it is now, will be $100 per contract. It's wild. You can make some good money with $100 per contract, especially just in the 2 hours after, and you know what's going to happen. So this is a very unique press conference because Powell has not really got in front of a microphone and talked about interest rates and inflation and where the country's going since Trump became president. So I'm going to look at last week's data. And I'm going to see. Can we go backwards here? I kind of want to look at the last inflation report. All right. So the last inflation report said that inflation was up from the previous month. So 3.2%. Okay, 3.2%. Gas, oil, all that stuff went down. So that actually would have helped the inflation report. Check out yearly inflation for 2024, because that's probably going to be the annual inflation rate was 2.9%, which was actually a decrease from 2023, which was almost 4%. So he might be looking at yearly inflation. This guy, Jerome Powell, might not actually be looking at the month-over-month inflation. It's important to keep that in mind. But I do know with inflation, close to 3% and over 3%, if you factor out some goods, is not a great sign for the upcoming Fed rate decision. If they cut another 1 basis point, that might be enough to really amp up confidence. If he talks badly about Trump, certain things will actually affect this a lot because they're going to be looking at basically what people want is a reassuring phrase from him or reassuring words that him and Trump are basically maybe not in lockstep, but that him and Trump are playing nice together. That's what people want to hear. Him and Trump are playing nice together. As long as they hear that, that might be enough. That might just be enough to pop the S&P on Wednesday. And then, of course, what's going to be important is leading into that day, right? Because you're always going to buy a rumor, sell the news. But what people won't tell you about, because it's not just buy the rumor, sell the news. There's also sell the rumor, buy the news. So people will be scared. They'll sell out of the markets in certain areas before the inflation rate decision. And if it ends up being amazing, like let's say Jerome Powell actually let's say the Fed cuts the interest rates by 2 basis points, a full 0.5%. No one's going to expect that. But you could see it happen. They might have confidence that Trump's going to lower inflation. They might say, hey, with energy costs are obviously going down, oil is back near $75 a barrel. Like, we might be good, right? Might be nothing to worry about. And that's what is that going to do? That is going to cause some craziness. Speaking of oil prices, on my Lanta right here. Oh, look at that. Would you just look at that? Right? So this is wild. Almost like what I said, It looks like OPEC's gonna drop under $80 a barrel soon too. That's wild. Oh, gas is down to $2.02 a gallon. $2.02 a gallon. So remember when you see that gasoline at $2.02 a gallon, that means when you're paying $3-4 a gallon in your state, that's all taxes and regulatory fees. Right? Gas stations will try to make 12 to 20 cents a gallon. That's it. Everything else, anything above 220, that's your state. You can thank them for that. And the funny thing is, this may not be stock market related. I'm going to tell you right now because a lot of people will brag about their electric car being so much cheaper than gas. But what's been happening lately is people's electric bills have been skyrocketing. And that's not just happening in one state. That's happening nationally. So now even with the electric car, it might actually be cheaper to have a gas car a year from now because the electricity just keeps going up. It's been insane. So people who are and don't forget, if Canada does what it's talking about and cuts off power to 2 to 3 states or parts of 2 to 3 states, you're going to see your electric bill go up even more. And just because they can. So, Russian crude oil shipments are down. Our American gas is 73 and change a barrel. Just absolute nuttiness. So the other thing is rigs are actually down. Total barrel production is actually down, which is wild, right? Wild to see. And before this, the rigs stay pretty steady, and the oil was going up, and now it's going down. We've already shown the charts. This goes week to week or whatever. This is wild to see production. So we could actually see a weird thing here with the oil markets, where because the oil gets so cheap, they can't afford to drill. Oh, it's wild. See, there's so many unforeseens. I'm not going to act like some genie that can rub the crystal ball and tell you what's going to happen. Like I can tell you when you see here, these things keep going down. And then if we go ahead and we get some commodity prices for you. Oh, not commodity prices. Jeez. You'll see that the live trading chart is also down. So this is live prices here, and those are way down. No, don't send me notifications. I hate that crap. Incongruently, gold and silver are both down. Copper's down. You know, steel's up. That's because most of your steel's coming from China. Oh, of course. Iron ore too. To the point where the stuff's traded on the markets like methanol too. So anything that comes from China, their prices are up. Anything that's U.S., you can get it in the U.S., it gets mined in the U.S. or in the Americas in general, those prices are down. So that tells me that inflation is going to get better, right? It's important. 1,000 board feet of lumber's $569. Someone should tell Home Depot, man, they're charging us way too much. Damn, price gouging. Potatoes, that's Europe. That's why they're in euros. Butter too. It's funny stuff. It's interesting to see like what is traded in and how that, can kind of affect market forces. So like China's like amping up their commodity prices. I don't know why that would be. Unless they're, prepping for tariffs, basically. This is interesting stuff. It's worth checking out. There's a lot of money to be made in this chart, right? Especially just looking at oil. There's a lot of money to be made. When oil prices go up, when oil prices went up over $100 a barrel in the first year of the Biden presidency, might have been 2021, might have been 2022, but when they went up, man, oh my Lanta. You want to see some craziness. There was domestic, foreign, small-time oil producers. Their stock prices were just going insane. There's money to be made hand over fist. You saw that coming, and you jumped into those. Oh, yes. Craziness. It's a wild thing to see here. Stop the screen sharing for a while here. So we went over economic news for next week. Obviously, most important things: Fed interest rate decision 2 p.m. Jerome Powell 2:30 Wednesday. Put that in your calendar. Thursday morning GDP. So that's going to be your Bermuda Triangle of trading right there. That's going to be the trifecta, the alpha, the omega, everything leading up to that. So keep an eye on the S&P 500 leading up to that. Obviously, if the S&P 500 does start going down the first couple of days of the week, you would actually be more likely to see an uptick when the Fed has their meeting and their rate decision, just because of the sell the rumor, buy the news. Remember, that is a thing. Selling the rumor and buying the news does happen. And I say, you know what? Screw them, man. Make those freaking people get in at a higher price. Make them get in at a higher price. They suck. They suck. No good. So yes. Why don't we go check back in on Bitcoin? Obviously. Oh, look, it's just after 8:30. And Bitcoin's been dropping for a little while here. Basically started dropping around 3:30 in the afternoon here, Eastern Standard Time. So about 5 hours ago, Bitcoin started dropping into a consolidation phase. Looks like, we started getting stronger reversals here. It couldn't keep it though. And then the super important support zone that will, really affect Bitcoin sentiment for the week ahead. I think that, we'll see that reversal again tonight, 8:30 to the upside, because it'll be a reversal in people's faces. We might see a little downtick and then a rip. Inverted head and shoulders, basically. But as you know, this basically is already, actually, no, this is already an inverse head and shoulders. So, and the uptick should be happening now. We're getting a small one, but if it can't get back to that 102, if it pitters out at 101,850, yeah, you might see more downside tonight, which would be the first time in in a while that the 8:30 reversal did not play out. Oof, bated. I'm just sitting here with bated breath, just waiting for it. Yeah, I showed you guys how I made money on the cryptos. I showed you guys, I basically spelled it out for you too last night. I mean, you could have literally jumped into anything this morning. You'd be up 10 to 25%. What can I say? Obviously, this is our play of the week still, holding into next week. I did not see the pop that I was expecting. It could not get over 4 cents. But as I said, there is a gap here that didn't quite completely fill. There's another gap here that has not filled, and another gap here that has not filled. And really, it would not be crazy to think 12 cents. These guys are landing contracts, like multi-million dollar contracts, and with multi-million dollar companies. And there's no reason they should be this low. If anything, this area right here would be the gap that I see getting filled. Obviously this downside, that kind of filled this gap. But right in here, you see this right here? This is a big old gap that I think will fill. Will it get back up to 20 cents? Well, it might not only, you never know. Maybe. My price target on this obviously is not 20 cents. I'm basically just looking to get my first of the month bills paid with this bad boy. The first of the month's a rough time for Mike when it comes to bills. We got insurances. We got rent due. So this thing could get a nice 2, 3, 4 times, something like that. I would be ecstatic. I mean, I'd be happy with 5 cents, but I just think, Chinese traded company volume has been in the hundreds, 286 million. The average volume is usually about 150 million. That's on the 30-day. The only reason that's so high is because the thing's been so volatile, so highly traded, with a market cap of 3.5 million. Insane. Absolutely insane. So I don't think it's unheard of. I don't think it would be unheard of to see 12 cents. Zach Morris said that. I think that's his name. I don't know. Some trader was talking about on Twitter, Rhyme, and he jumped on and said, they're like, who trades garbage like this? And then he jumped on and said, watch this thing go to 12 cents. So he must know something. He must have those fancy indicators. That fancy technical analysis. I'm getting a little boop, boop. Yeah, let me clean up these tabs here a little bit. Yeah, that's still the play of the week. I told you guys about, volatility plays. I'll probably go over those Tuesday. I'm going to be watching the markets. I'm going to be watching the markets pretty hardcore tomorrow. We have a very easy job tomorrow, and we're not far from our shop. I'm talking, 45-minute drive, easy job, light on the material, very little labor, nothing crazy. So I'm thinking that I'll be able to keep a better eye on the markets tomorrow than normal. Plus, I'll be getting an early start. I'm not going to be doing any streaming after this like I did last night on the on the Populous Personas channel. But I almost forgot. I mentioned this towards the beginning of the show. I don't know why I'm wearing these. I don't even need these. I don't have volume playing for you guys. These are pointless. Why do I have them on? I don't know. Just move my camera a little bit. My bad. Can't see that behind the scenes stuff, you know? I have found a benefactor. All the details aren't ironed out. Let me go ahead. I'm just going to make this full screen for a second. So someone, I don't know who, because we only communicate through emails at the moment. I really want to meet the person because I put a lot of stock in face-to-face meetings. And at this point, as I asked, how much can I say? And I am telling you the only thing I can say, I'm going to be saying right now. And after tonight, I will not be talking about this again. So this is huge. People are going to look back and they're going to find this. And be like, man, why did this channel change all of a sudden? Why did the production value go up? The editing get so good? And it's not going to happen right away. All right. This could be a week or two. Right. But basically, I found a benefactor. This benefactor, I don't know their identity. I don't know who they are. We communicate through email. They found my email through the socials. And, you know, they got a hold of me on the socials. And then we've been communicating through email. They did not find me on Manic Money. They found me on Populous Personas. They saw how I was doing multiple different characters, how I was doing comedy, entertainment type stuff. And they basically said that that's a platform, kind of like Sacha Baron Cohen, that can reach a large audience and get people pulled in and hooked. Because basically what they were saying is, you know, you lure a horse with water, you lure a starving horse with water, and then you feed it when it gets there. And you train it when it gets there. And then you turn it into a freaking thoroughbred racing machine. Kind of like a weird analogy. I didn't quite get it. Makes me think that this person might be a female because horse analogy. But I might have a benefactor in the near future here. The next few weeks. Obviously, this person, I'm not the only one in the running. But for some reason, they liked what I was doing, even though I do play, video games a lot on Populous Persona. But I also do, some real life live stream. It's cooking live streams, stuff like that. We really mix it up. Tutorials. We're going to be doing a PC build tutorial. Once I sign on with this person, I have a bunch of footage from building my PC. They were actually really excited about that one. They actually really liked how passionate and knowledgeable I was about electronics. That helps me for some reason. But yeah, I'm hoping I end up getting picked, and I'm letting you know right now that I'm in the running to have a benefactor. And basically, I will be shilling for them. So I'm not told anything about this new project. They haven't told me anything about this new project. I will just be shilling for them. And in return, I'm going to get some editing, production help of some kind, free editing, maybe even a new live stream platform to do this through. Obviously, I love Restream. They don't use Restream, but they're comfortable, So basically, I'm going to be getting financed. So I had to make a decision that possibly, so getting financed, especially up front, I basically had to sign off. I might not be able to say the number, a percentage of my profit. And it was not a comfortable percentage. It was not comfortable. I also think they wanted more and they didn't get it. So, It's cool. It's good. Whatever. But I think it'll be worth it. My channels are not growing like I expect. Mostly, I don't have a ton of time to go through my videos and clip them and put clips up. And apparently, this person has the money to get an editor who's, maybe 2 editors. I don't know. So, fingers crossed. I'm not gonna know for a couple weeks. I think basically the person said I'll know by Valentine's Day, which is kind of hilarious to me. But you'll really see the quality of the videos, an uptick in the quality of videos. You'll see more non-live stream videos, so production videos. I have a bunch of ideas, and they can help me make those happen. Fingers crossed. Because if that happens, we're off to the races. I got other stuff that I want to work on. And if I'm doing the YouTube game, the live stream game, it's so easier to make those other things happen. Basically pursue these extracurricular projects that I haven't had enough time to pursue. Yeah, this is the last time you're going to hear about it. This is it. This is a little nugget. I'm allowed to leave a nugget, I was told. Because there's going to be NDAs. I already got the NDA, actually. It is multiple pages. It is a lot more than you would think. And basically, all I'm going to be able to do is shill once we start doing this thing. And I'm not going to be able to give any explanation. I was told that I am obfuscation. Obfuscation for something. Whatever that is, I have no freaking clue. So, yeah. Big news there. Fingers crossed. Oh. So, like I said, Fed meeting Wednesday, GDP Thursday. Made money on crypto over the weekend with altcoins that you can find on Coinbase. Nothing crazy. High reward to risk ratio. No rug pulls going to happen there. No rug pulls. So, and I stayed away from the Trump coin. Not because I have anything against Trump. I don't really care. If he, does a lot for the economy of the country, if he does everything he says he's going to do as far as the economy and foreign policy, and it doesn't screw over Americans, and there is, abundance and success, who cares who the president is? I don't. I could care less. I know that half the things they say about him aren't true. Just like half the things people say about Biden aren't true. We're so tribal. People are attacking each side. It's crazy, man. I'm just here to make money. Just here to make money. Build a legacy for the future generations of my family. Because I'm a warrior. Let's go ahead and check on Bitcoin one last time. Let's see how this is playing out here. Ooh, it's getting choppy. It's getting choppy. No blatant reversal in our faces. We did have a V-shaped correction. Here's that inverse head and shoulders playing out. Now we need a cup and handle. This looks like a possible double bottom, near-term double bottom. But the Bitcoin's fun because if you back up 3 months, you're just like, oh, okay. There's that other bottom that was set. 1015 last time. Oh, okay. So in all actuality, and look at the red candle that brought us there last time. Oh, look how small this one is right now, comparatively. Oh, man, that's not that bad. That's not bad at all. So Bitcoin's one of those fun ones. You back up. The more you back up, the crazier it gets. The crazier it gets. Freaking $59 back in 2015. Is that what it's hard to line it up. But yeah, the farther back you go, the crazier it gets. Oh, look at that. Look at that. Maybe this is it here. It'll be a little delayed. But it's that 8:30 reversal that I keep talking about. So obviously, if the markets were going up, that 8:30 reversal would be to the downside. But the market's going down, Asia's going to jump in. They're going to go against trend. So they can wipe out that stop loss equity, gain some liquidity into the market, and boom, bam, boom. So basically, the Asian traders and their high frequency bots, they do it smart. They do it smart. So instead of going with the trend, which won't give them a lot of like buy or sell side liquidity and equity, in the other, just to compound their gains, they go against trend. They go stop loss hunting. So when those stop losses trigger, in this instance, the short sellers have to buy back. That sends the price up even more. It's very intelligent. So usually that's why we see the 8:30 p.m. reversal. Asia's waking up, jumping into the markets, firing up those bots and going insane with it. So hopefully that's what this keeps going. Hopefully we're not seeing a small regular Head and Shoulders forming right here, because that would suck. That might actually be what we're seeing. Hopefully this inverse Head and Shoulders holds up. Hopefully we get cup, handle, boom, cup, handle. So, but right now, all these green candles the past few minutes, it's looking pretty nice. Looking pretty nice. Obviously, I'm not sticking around. I gotta get off here. Probably gonna go to bed early tonight. My sleep was garbage all weekend. I had a work event on Saturday. Got crazy stuff going on. But yeah. No. And then, of course, when it comes to the small account challenge, I'll go over that tomorrow. I got to figure out a way to show you guys the account, but basically it's the second week now, so there's $30 in the small account because of the clearinghouse and being a standard account, not a non-margin account. I have to wait for those funds to clear. So I am not even going to be able to make a trade till maybe tomorrow, maybe the next day. But when I do, I will let you know what it is, because that's how I roll. So without further ado, stay frosty, my friends. Stay frosty.